Today's episode of the Horselick Review is brought to you by Peach Wolf Designs. Peach Wolf Designs is a creator of metaphysical jewelry and accessories, made to order custom items from necklaces to bracelets and even earrings. Whether for a gift or for yourself, Peach Wolf Designs will create your piece with care and dedication. Choose the stones that most speak to you or maybe even your astrological sign. The choice is yours. Get a little more in touch with yourself, the earth, and heck, even the universe with Peach Wolf Designs. Find their storefront on Instagram at peachwolf.designs. That's peachwolf.designs on Instagram, and help us support small businesses.
Handing you the papers with the feet. Here we are, episode 14 of the Horselick Review. This is a bonus episode. We usually only do 1 to 2 episodes a month. But we're cranking another one out this month, babies.
Yeah, it's all bullshit and talking.
Yep, we're just going to hang out, talk, chat. Bullshit.
So we're coming clean, right?
Coming clean about what? Which part?
These aren't our real voices.
Come correct. Okay, we're going to use our real voices now?
Yeah, we're gonna use our real voices. We're from Kentucky. We sound like this. Why are you putting on them airs, Nathan?
Well, you know, I was just hanging out in the backyard last year. I got up there and then get fish out to one of my earthworms.
Come on, Michael, let them know what you sound like.
I ain't know nothing about it. You go up there, you know when you go out there and you get a bucket full of night crawlers, you hit on down the river bank, you get so fucking hook them babies up, guys. You got at least a pound to hit the fucking leader up on there. You fucking toss it in the river, you catch you a big old fucking mudcat.
Well, you know where you slapping them hogs? You try and get that back bacon mud, you gonna with the skull?
Right.
Found some marrow down back over the creek right behind it.
I snuffed 10 of them right down under the creek there.
All right, serious question though, man.
Serious question.
If you could have like milk from any animal that wasn't a cow that produces milk, what would you want to drink milk from? I asked my kid this question.
Watch your foot.
I asked my kid this question the other day. He said bears. He'd want to try
one that you don't normally get milk from?
Yeah.
Oh,
strong milk.
Because I was about to say goats, but we get milk from goats.
Well, yeah, well, you can say goat milk, but that's a fucking lame answer. I mean, not to judge.
I ain't saying it.
Not to judge.
Jaguar milk.
Jaguar
want Jaguar milk. Give me power, baby. Give me power.
What about you, Mike?
My first thought was turtle.
Turtles don't produce milk.
But that'll lead me to a second part.
That wasn't the question. You said.
Yeah, he said that produce milk that we don't usually
No.
get
There's
it
a
from.
second part to this question. but after that, but go ahead. What would
You're gonna have to milk that turtle a different way.
Have you ever eaten turtle? It's really greasy.
It's delicious.
Yeah. So
But you can't eat all of them.
imagine it'd be like greasy milk.
Greasy turtle.
Greasy milk sounds like a
What'd you eat?
band,
Did you eat
dude.
snapping turtle? Snapping turtle wasn't greasy to me.
I don't know.
I thought it was delicious.
It was like, I don't know. I mean, it's good greasy.
Where do you want milk from? God damn it.
Yeah. Answer the fucking question.
Giraffe.
Milk.
Giraffe milk. Okay. So what's the second part?
I don't know. I want gorilla milk, I think.
Gorilla milk?
Yeah, I don't know. Make me feel like Donkey Kong.
Don't put it in your
Donkey Kong.
All right, yeah. The second part of the question is animals that don't produce milk. What would you like to try? Like, what animal would you like to try to milk if it could produce milk?
Turtle.
If you were
He
forced,
said turtle. See, he already.
if you were forced to milk an animal somehow that started producing milk, or you just wanted to,
Yeah, like, you know, you're a genie. You've got genie powers, and you've wished all animals produce milk.
and
Give that
what type
lizard
of
milk.
milk that would I want?
Yeah.
Ooh, let's see. I think I would want. That's hard. Either ostrich milk or Komodo dragon.
So I think I want snake milk.
Snake milk.
Which, I know you can milk a snake. I'm not talking about their fucking venom, but man, can you imagine, dude? You could have a whole industry for, like, snake milk. People would want to be I got fucking rattlesnake milk, I got king cobra milk, I got cobra milk, I got copperhead milk, I got...
Well, you know, I mean,
His head explodes.
and he's dead. But, yeah, I'm going to go with ostrich out of those two I picked.
I think turtle milk has a ring to it.
Turtle milk.
What you doing?
You sell it? You become a turtle milk salesman?
Chilling.
Do platypus...
Drink turtle milk?
Do platypi make
Okay.
milk?
Who knows what though?
Do
Who-
platypi make milk? Because I bet platypus milk would be
We won't.
fucking great.
Yeah, it would be. We don't... I won't give anything away.
Lays eggs.
I don't think. Michael, have you watched Fallout? We all know Fallout's a show now on Amazon.
Looks cool.
So I won't give anything away because you haven't seen it yet. You've
Oh,
watched
okay.
it,
Yeah, I
right?
watched
I haven't
it.
finished it all.
I finished it
I have
all.
like one episode.
I watched it all like a week or two ago.
But the being said, it's like it's kind of like, oh man, Fallout, which I was never a giant fan, but I liked the games and I enjoyed them. But played them a lot. But I was like more of an Elder Scrolls guy, of course. But
Of course.
But I was just thinking, like in the Wasteland, what would you think you would if you were stuck in the Wasteland? What job do you think you would end up in, or like would you choose? Like, I was thinking about this when I was playing because I was just playing a stupid ass character named Chunk Hard Cheese, and he's huge and muscular, and he's just all strength, all endurance. He has no intelligence. And one fucking cool thing in that game I noticed, it's hilarious, is if you go into your luck, he has luck. I have like at least 5 or 6 points in luck too.
Yeah.
But like in luck, there is a perk called Idiot Savant.
Yeah.
And the lower your intelligence, the more chance it gives you you gain more experience when you're doing any type of task. And like, so you do something, you gain experience from picking a lock or whatever. And it's like, there's this like, and it shows the little vault boy like doing like googly eyes and like, because you're supposed to be like, special. But like, so it's every time. So as I'm playing the game, I'm trying to sometimes take it seriously. I am Chunk Hard Cheese. I'm beating somebody with a tire iron, and I kill them, and I get some experience, and it's like. But anyway, what would you do?
I don't know, Michael. You answer that first.
What do you think you'd end up doing? Would you be one of the motherfuckers like walking around selling shit, pulling a 2-headed cow, carrying all your wares, selling dirty underwear and shards of glass for bottle caps?
Probably a janitor.
A janitor? There's no janitors left.
There's a lot to clean up in the Wasteland, dude.
Yeah. So,
Janitor.
I don't know, dude.
just-
Wait. Do you mean like the janitor? Like you're a guy that does like cleanup jobs and like
yeah.
kills motherfuckers? Like you're a hitman?
No. Cleanup jobs with brooms.
Oh, okay.
I think I'd be some sort of like weird, like almost like the dude from the show, like a snake oil salesman, except for I would have a different grift. I'd probably have like an erotic puppet show for people to beat off to. I'd have found like weird socks.
Oh,
made
yeah,
like a
the-
lady sock. And be like, ooh.
I was thinking of the snake oil salesman. I was like, wait, what?
Snake
and then
oil?
I thought of it. I was like, oh, okay, yeah. I love that part where he stops him, and then he's like, from beating him up.
I knew he was
And
fucking
he's
those
like,
chicks.
motherfucker was fucking my chickens.
I knew it immediately, dude. I called that shit. I called that shit when I was watching it with Amy and my kid. I was like, he's fucking those chickens.
Oh,
And then at the very end, he was fucking my chickens.
it's good, Michael. You get a chance to watch it, do so.
I'm telling you though.
You hear me?
What's it on?
It's on Amazon.
Erotic puppet show.
So if you
for
don't have
people to
Amazon
beat off
Prime
to.
or whatever, you can watch it over here with me sometime.
Erotic puppet show for people to beat off to. I'd have an old coffee cup for them to put their leavings in. Have a little sock that I put some titties on. Fucking the man sock. And I wouldn't have to watch too because I'd be behind my little plywood stage with my fucking socks going at it.
I think I'd be a child of the atom. No, I'm just kidding.
No, just worshiping the bomb.
No.
Teabagging, fucking teabagging
no.
the bomb.
No.
Oh, look! The god has swollen my testicles.
I'd either go one of two ways. I'd either be just like some motherfucker like trying to grow weird fucking irradiated vegetables and just live my life on some rinky dink ass fucking shit fucking farm trying to live and not be killed by raiders.
Look at my rad
Or I
ranches.
would be insane.
Oh, we'd all be insane.
Well, I'd be like really insane and part of like a raider group or some shit.
Oh yeah, I think I'd be a raider if I wasn't a fucking sock jack man.
Just be off the grid in the wasteland.
What grid is there?
He's
There is no grid.
Well, yeah.
super off the grid.
Yeah, but some of those, yeah, you could be, but like eventually raiders are going to find you. Michael, you kick this table one more time. I'm going to pour this coffee down my gullet. All of it at once and burn my esophagus and insides out, and it'll be your fault.
I guess keeping with the TV show. Anybody watching Invincible?
No.
I have not watched any Invincible.
All right, well that dies on the vine. Anybody watching X-Men?
I have seen the first episode.
I've not
It
gotten
was
to
pretty
watch
good.
X-Men 97 either.
You motherfuckers. X-Men
Hey, man,
97
I'm behind, okay?
X-Men 97's great. Holy shit.
I do things like watch fucking, fucking
Paint dry.
slave girls of the something
Internet.
universe, like movies from the 80s like that, which it's like or early 90s made by Full Moon, which is a terrible take on surviving the game. That classic story. Not surviving the game,
the
but
most dangerous
the most
game?
dangerous game. Surviving the game was another take on the most dangerous
Yeah,
game.
because there's 1,000 of those
Yeah,
movies.
but that's what this movie was. But it was space and titties, and
You
Space
said
and
horrible
titties.
take. I'm
Space
not
and
hearing
titties.
I'm not hearing anything bad.
well, I mean, it was bad, but it was one of those so bad it's good. Me and Biz and I watched it one night, and like that's the kind of stuff I get caught up in, and then I get behind on the good stuff. You know what I mean? Like X-Men 97. And I forget about Invincible. Every time I walk in a freaking bookstore and I'll see Invincible comics or, in compendiums or whatever. And I'm like, oh shit, I need to watch that show. I heard really good fucking things about this. And then, bloop, 5 minutes later, it's out of my head again. How many seasons in the show is out now?
2.
Oh,
What are these on? I live in the trash can.
Amazon.
All right, of
Bad reception.
anthropomorphized animals that can like talk to people and play sports and stuff, like Babe, Mr. Ed, Airbud, and Benji. Who wins in an all-out brawl? Or first of all, who's the sports master? Who wins at the sports and who wins in a fight?
Well, Airbud obviously
Airbud.
wins at the sport.
Well,
Not
I was gonna say.
necessarily, man.
What if they're playing baseball?
What if they're racing? Mr. Ed's gonna win.
Oh,
can't tell
you put Mr. Ed in there. I didn't hear Mr. Ed. Sorry, I missed that part. Yeah, Mr. Ed wins it all, probably.
Yeah.
He's huge, and he can just stomp them all to death in a fight.
And cuss you
He's
out
going to
doing
be
it.
faster. I mean,
I don't know. Benji was hunted, dude. You don't remember Benji the Hunted?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
People shot at that little dog.
I do remember when I was a kid.
He's not going to take it anymore.
I don't know who got me started on this. It was
Benji's
somebody-
the Charles Bronson of dogs.
When I was a kid, I remember this. They got me started on. They were doing it before me, but I don't remember what childhood friend it was, and it doesn't really matter. But I remember every time I saw a black limousine, we'd be like, "I bet that's Benji."
the dog.
When we saw the black limousine driving down the road, if we saw a white limousine, we were always like, "I bet that's Michael Jordan." But I don't know why. I don't know what put that in my head.
Were you really referencing? Were you really referencing Benji, the fucking little dog from those movies?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We thought Benji was riding around in his limousine. It was like, it's a limousine. It had to be Benji, bro.
Yeah.
He's fucking super famous.
Who else?
The richest dog that ever lived, dude.
I don't know, Beethoven, man. You think him and Beethoven hung out?
Beethoven was a rapist.
And kind of stuck up. All the dinner parties and whatnot.
I'm sorry. I take that back.
Beethoven was an alleged rapist. It was never proven.
An alleged rapist. And plus, Cujo was his brother. So you can't.
Oh, you can't blame him for his brother.
You can't trust him though. It's the bloodline.
It's blood. Gotta put them dogs down.
Well, so what have y'all been up to besides television?
I don't know, reading comic books, playing video games, touching myself.
I've been reading sci-fi novels. I read this great one. I did like a little short video, like suggesting it to people too. I don't know if you probably saw it, maybe. But Center Force, by a guy named T.A. Waters. This book is cool, dude. It's like a post-apocalyptic. It's like what's we're kind of saying. It's cool. It's another prediction of kind of how things are kind of feel to be heading.
Yeah.
But he wrote it like in the 60s. And like
They were getting a lot of shit right back then.
And like, but it's really cool. It's not long. It's like 100 pages, maybe 100 something pages. And, but it's cool because there's like several characters. It jumps back and forth and it's like snippets. It's like page and a half snippets going back and forth between these different characters. There's this one guy who's like, he's living off the grid because the whole government passed this law that this thing called Center Force would be over all forms of the government, every branch and everything, and they would run everything and regulate. And like, so it's like pretty much like a military state. And like, So you have to be like, you have to have like these permits and all this stuff to be allowed to use the highways and all this crap. And so there's these guys that use like motorcycles because they're harder to track, and they are like live and they just do what they want. They run from Center Force when they're after them and fight against them, and like just do their thing, kind of living almost like wasteland kind of shit, but like it's not to that degree.
Yeah.
But it's cool, and it's like then it'll be one snippet. Next, when you read, will be like a news report of like news covering fucking politics, and then the next snippet will be like some kind of like a classified document talking about things Center Force is doing, who they're after, and these people like agents trying to catch people, and it goes back to like simple characters just trying to live their lives, and it's really fucking well done. It's like I suggest it to anybody. I'd like to find more of his shit. I tried to like look up more of his writings. I haven't found anything yet, but it's cool. So yeah, Center Force, T.A. Waters. Check it out. But you don't have to take my word for it. Reading Rainbow, baby.
Yeah, I'm just reading Dragonlance trilogy currently.
Well, that's probably good as hell too.
It's pretty decent, but I'm not done with it, so I'm not gonna recommend it yet.
Oh, that one book I told you about I read too. There's like a short. It's like the Moon of Gorak or Gorm. I can't remember the exact name of but like the dwarf in that book. I think you would enjoy that book just for the dwarf character. He's fucking cool. That book moves so fucking fast though. It's crazy. Like, like Mortal Kombat Annihilation. You've seen that movie?
Is that the second one?
Yeah, you know how like fast that movie's plot moves,
but sucks.
So
it moves that fast, but it's good.
Faster.
It moves faster, but it's good.
But is a above average.
Yeah.
Good story. Like, but it's like it just moves so fast, and like it's like based in like fantasy but modern times. It's like it's a crossing over of like like Harry Potter did. Real world.
I want to see. She said that because modern times, I want to see a bard, but with like a theremin. I'm going to woo you with my theremin. Are you moist yet?
Are you moist?
It works too.
But he's like that too. He's like,
come listen to my theremin music. I shall woo you and moisten your panties.
With the flick of my wrist. Because you just wave your hand.
I have girded my loins. I'm ready for lovemaking.
There's a lot of new music, like artists using theremin in some of their stuff.
There?
It's really cool. Like not like overdoing it or anything. You know what I mean? Like Amigo the Devil like uses like parts. Yeah. And he has like some theremin parts.
Are you telling me you can overdo the theremin?
I mean,
is there such a thing?
Maybe not. But I feel like
I think you can underdo the
if you were sitting listening to the theremin for like 3 hours straight, nothing but theremin music, that might be overdoing it.
I heard it makes your dick 3 inches bigger doing that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might try this.
You gotta get into the D key.
Theremin
D key
takes you to the dick dimension.
Can you just get one and hold your hand there? For like...
No, actually, dude, you know what would be hilarious? Record a whole album, you're by the theremin, you're just beating off.
Can you get a glove for your cock?
A glove for your cock.
Yeah, they're called condoms.
Oh, yeah.
So, Jake, you've been playing a lot of fucking Helldivers.
Yeah.
Are you loving that shit?
Dude,
I hear a lot of good stuff.
It's like Starship Troop. It's essentially Starship Troopers with the Terminids and everything, but you've got you also fight automatons. So you've got one group of enemies that makes you feel completely like Starship Troopers. The whole world feels like Starship Troopers because of all the fucking propaganda, and you're obviously the fucking bad guys.
Yeah.
Like you're just imperialistic pieces of shit
you're just wiping
that think you're actually
out.
fighting for freedom and stuff. It's awesome. But then you've got the automatons, and then it's like you're fighting fucking planets full of Terminators without the skin, and they're fucking horrifying, dude, because the automatons are so fucking hard. Like, you can just wipe the bugs off. You get used to the bugs.
Even like the big ones and shit. I've seen some good stuff.
Yeah, you get used to the bugs, man, and like it's nothing. Like the first part of the first like 10, 15 hours I played of that game, I was probably fighting bugs. But I've probably spent most of my time fighting the automatons now, and that shit is hard. But no, great game. Paced real nice. It's direct service. They give you major orders that you're supposed to like liberate these planets or do this, and they'll give the community rewards. And even if everybody's technically working together, even if they're not in your squad, everybody's working toward a goal. So it's fun, man. I'm really enjoying it.
Nice. I wanted to jump in. I saw some really funny ass videos of some guys made some content. This guy, like, I think I told you about this. I don't remember. It might have been on a podcast. I don't know. But like a guy who like goes into the games and he's like in full character.
Yeah.
Like a fucking drill sergeant style, like soldier. And like just the whole time. And he's really good at improv and like during the fights and shit and screaming out orders and like talking to guys like the military, like this over the top military guy would, and just cracking everybody up. And like, it was like, man, if I could get in a game like that, I'd be, because all these guys are thinking him like, man, that was the best game I've been in. That was fucking awesome, because he was just being so stupid and like, it looks like fun as hell. So I really want to do it.
Dude, what kills me about it though is, I mean, you don't really need people on a mic. You can kind of figure out what you need to do. But
Yeah.
the only people on a mic is when I squad up with people I know. Like if people randos join in, none of them are ever fucking mic'd.
That's weird.
Ever.
Most of those games, people like being mic'd.
That's what I would figure, because
Especially team-based, squad-based shit.
yeah, I mean, they can at least hear you, because, you know, if I'm a higher level, I'll call down like some weapons and shit to give them
Yeah.
that are higher level weapons, and just be like, here, take those. When I have a cooldown, if I've still got like a quasar or some shit like that.
Man, I haven't played any kind of like squad-based like shooter type games like that. Fuck, man, since probably like Halo 4.
Yeah, I've really liked this, man, but I've always been I like shooters, but I've said this 1,000 times. There's been no shooter that's given me as much joy as GoldenEye on Nintendo 64.
Oh yeah, the multiplayer on that
Ever.
game was so fun. People get pissed at me because I pick Oddjob.
Oh, yeah. I like to pick.
He's like, he's too small. He's not fair.
Yeah, easier to get a headshot, though.
Too
Just aim
hard.
down.
Yeah. I'd hide in fucking ducts,
Oh, yeah.
fucking snipe people and
I
shit.
used to play
yeah.
that shit with my dad all the time. He loved proximity mines. He'd love to fucking find a corner and throw mines everywhere and come find me. And then shoot you.
And then camp on you? Yeah. People, there's a lot of people that hate fucking campers and shooters. I was a camper sometimes in certain games.
Yeah, but I don't really look at that as like, he's not sitting there trying to snipe you. He's like waiting for you to find him, and then he's just gonna blast you.
Until you, and then you run, try to get away from him and run
Because
into one of the mines.
we usually played the scenario you only live twice, so you had 2 lives. And then what we would do is we would have whoever won the last game got to pick like the main weapon, because you know it could be like Moonraker, Golden Gun, Proximity Mines, Remote Mines. So we would do shit like that.
Michael, what is that game you've been playing? The fucking horror game?
Tormented Souls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's that going?
It's difficult. It's probably one of the hardest puzzle survival horror I've ever played. It's like you got to listen to this heartbeat and get a door knocker, knock on the door perfectly, and it took me like 3 hours.
Like, is it like super like pressure sensitive or something with the controller?
I guess it was just the right timing. I finally got it,
Oh.
but it took way too long just to knock on the fucking door.
So what about like story wise and like all that kind of shit? Is it like good? Is it like serious and like a good serious story? Is it like over the top, like good cheesy horror? What is it like?
From where I'm at, it's actually kind of like Silent Hill. They're got these twins. They're trying to do this ritual to bring forth the devil or something, but they think it's like good.
Oh, they think it's gonna like
It's
do
gonna
good in the world, or
cleanse
they just,
the world,
or
but
they
it's like
just
a
think that
horrific
he's good
demon.
even though he's a demon.
Yeah.
Are they aware that it's a demon, or are they being tricked into thinking it's some? Or do they think it's a? Do they know it's a demon and think he's going to cleanse the world, or do they think he's like some sort of deity?
Yeah, I think it's a deity. I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But he's a demon.
but you know,
Posing as a deity.
sacrifice twin children, blood.
Blood and guts, fingers and toes.
That's all beautiful.
Feed the yin to the yang. And the yang
I
to
saw a
the
good,
end.
I said blood, guts, fingers, and toes. I thought about Insane Clown Posse, and I saw a good meme the other day, and it's like it said something. What was it like? I feel like if you're a clown and you're in a posse, we don't require the insane part. We already know that you're insane.
Do you think since they don't know how magnets work, Magneto couldn't affect them? I don't understand your powers, therefore they don't work on me.
That's a good question, but I bet yes.
X-Men just fucking roll up to the gathering. It's like, we need your help.
You're the only one.
The only ones who can stop Magneto.
I've seen them on like snippets of like podcasts and stuff. And
They're
like,
fucking awesome,
yeah,
dude.
Shaggy especially. Like you don't see Jay as much, but he's in
'cause
bad
had-
health,
yeah.
man. But like Shaggy is so funny, dude, and like so friendly and like fucking. Yeah, he's cool. He's been on a bunch of shit. Like he's been in guests. I keep having shit pop up. Probably watched one thing, so then it gave me like everywhere he's been a guest. But yeah, so I've watched several like not full podcasts, but like clips. And he was on your mom's house and all kinds of shit. Like he's pretty fun. What you got something there you wanting to tell us?
Not
Jake?
really.
You look like really excited. And that you might even have at least a half chub, maybe even full bone going on right now.
Maybe even more.
I'm flaccid.
Is it just because you can see my dumper over here?
Yeah, maybe. Okay, maybe I am chubbing up a little. I don't know. I don't really have nothing, man. Just stupid random thoughts. Like, y'all think Swamp Thing hates vegans?
No, they care about the environment.
They eating plants, dude. Their plants are his buddies.
Well, he understands that
Does
people
he?
need plant. Swamp Thing
He-
doesn't understand people need plants.
He
to
understands they need plants, but at the same time, it's like he doesn't want to kill all humans because then plants don't get the carbon dioxide they need. But I think he'd rather you eat an animal than eat, like, you know.
Live. Yeah, he
a
probably would, but I think as long as you were like,
He's
Thank-
guardian of the
if-
green, not
as
guardian
long-
of the red.
as long as you were like, yes, thank you plants for this sacrifice for my food, I think he'd be okay with it, right?
Like, I mean, he's okay, like, when you eat, like, one of the little tubers that grow out of him, and, like, that's kind of the way.
I bet you he doesn't mind the vegans that like are vegan, but they don't really eat anything healthy. They just eat the stuff that's vegan friendly, like Oreos
Yeah, okay.
and shit like that. Like he probably likes them.
Yeah, I can see that. But, you know, he does, like I said, he doesn't mind when you eat the little tubers that grow out of him that make you hallucinate, and you're basically having sex with Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
Strong and veiny.
I fucking love that Alan Moore story. Hey, you want to trip balls? That's how you have sex with Swamp Thing. I don't know.
I'll never get over that picture of Alan Moore from like the 70s or 80s if it was, and it looked fucking just like you with
Yeah.
lighter colored hair. I was like, what the fuck? That's Jake.
Did you ever show Michael that?
I don't know. I'll have to show it to you. I think I still have it saved, but I mean, it looks like Jake. It's crazy.
I think Superman is underrated as like a nice character. Like, if you think about it, when he goes up and he listens for crime, all right, you hear out of context shit all the time, and it blows your mind, right? You know,
Yeah.
like people will say, you'll just hear the last part of a sentence. You're like, what
Right.
the fuck are they talking
He hears
about?
all
So
that.
yeah, he's hearing all of that, and he still has faith in us, dude. He's hearing shit. He's hearing shit like, God damn it! I don't think shit's supposed to be that color. It's
Yeah,
like,
that's-
it's like I'd cream in my, you know, just weird shit. Like I'd cream in my jeans if I could fuck those
If he was hearing
spleens.
us right now doing this podcast,
Yeah, if he was real,
he's like, what is wrong with these fuckers?
he's like, oh fuck, you know,
Yeah.
fucking
Ah,
ain't
so-
supposed to be blood in my semen. Guess I'm jerking off too much.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like,
He's
oh, damn.
he was Superman's a saint.
Yeah, if you think about it, it's like,
That's what makes the character cool to me. Like there's a lot of things that bug me in the way people are writing that
Yeah.
like I'm like, this fucking this is another fucking half-assed Superman story. You know, that's happened plenty of times.
yeah,
But that's the cool thing about the heart of the character to me is that he's able. It's what he's supposed to be able to do. Like he's got all this fucking power, and he's able to control, not turning into a douche
yeah.
and controlling people. Not, you know what I mean? That's cool. I like that aspect.
Yeah, when
because
Superman,
if that power was put on me,
yeah,
I've had this discussion with Ben and I think Michael before. If you were given Superman's powers, or say Goku from fucking Dragon Ball Z, do you think you could be like Goku or Superman, or I don't think I would. I think I would become Superman in the Injustice story and fucking police the world. The first thing I would probably do is fly around the earth and off every dictator, off every piece of shit running countries and fucking people over. I wouldn't be able to. I would like...
I think the first thing I would do would be like immediately get a bunch of coal and crush it into diamonds and then not have to worry about money. Because it's like, cool, diamond, diamond.
Yeah,
and then
Ooh, piece of diamond.
I would then eventually, like, I'd be kind of lame because I'd just become like Superman from Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, and try to get rid of nuclear weapons.
Yeah, well, like
That'd be the first thing.
I mean, you could do sorry, let me reset. You could do whatever.
Yeah,
You could do anything. For
Don't get me
money.
wrong. I wouldn't be as
Like for
I
earning money, you could do anything.
couldn't be as altruistic as Superman. I would have to go kill some fucking people.
Oh, I would be. No, I just know. Even though, I'm an inherently good people and I'm empathetic and all that kind of stuff.
You're a good people.
I'm a good people. I'm good people, Jake. But anyway,
Except for bad, Nathan. Sometimes I'm bad, Nathan.
Sometimes I'm bad.
I would like, I would like I would not be able to like, I would not be able to control it. I would be like, I got to get rid of these fuckers.
Yeah, looking around, finding pedophiles, ripping their dicks off and feeding them to them.
I would be doing all that kind of shit, especially if you had the fucking powers of fucking Goku or Superman, where you can just travel. Like, I mean,
You can really rip that dick off.
yeah, not just rip that dick off. I mean, you can get everywhere within seconds, and like,
I think I'd be worse if I had Goku's powers than I would be with Superman. I feel like I'd be a nicer, but like, just being able to Kame. It was like,
being able to do that, you just go out in a field and be like, I'm gonna do this shit and just blast
like I think I'd be a dipshit is what would happen, dude. It's like, oops, I accidentally blew up a mountain range.
Or I accidentally wiped out an entire town I didn't realize was on the other side of that mountain range.
You know what I mean? Like with Superman, I feel like the heat vision, I'd be looking around trying to fit. You know what I mean? Like, but with Goku, it's just like cool, and it's because you'd be thinking about Dragon Ball Z, so you just want to be going
Doing a spirit bomb,
yeah,
sucking the energy out of the earth. Oh yeah, it would be rough. Michael, you got anything to chime in on this? Do you think you would be able to be like Superman is portrayed, or would you just be like a fucking? I know I would not be like a dictator by any means, but I would still be like, I would not be able to not police shit.
Yeah, I'd probably, take out dictators and all that. Probably not civilians.
No, I wouldn't like take out civilians. I wouldn't be like that. I'm just saying.
But at what point do you start policing them and like, no, you will do exactly what I say?
I'd just be more worried about government assholes all over the world.
Yeah, and I think, like, would it be, like, people are dumb. So I think even if they knew that that type of entity in our reality came into existence and was taking out all these people and, like, making sure people were doing good and not being assholes to each other, I think people would still do stupid-ass shit.
Yeah, they would.
Even knowing that a godlike figure at any time could fucking fly down and rip your head off your fucking shoulders.
That's why you quest for peace first, dude. You get rid of the nukes first. Because then they can't blow, then they just have to use regular missiles to blow shit up.
And then give everybody, like...
And you can blow those up with your heat vision in the sky. You can't blow up a nuke in the sky, then there's fucking fallout.
Yeah, and then you take the guns and you give them all swords and you be like, this is how you're going to have to fight each other if you want to fight.
Yeah. No, see, now you're getting into shit, and then you throw them in a gladiator. Abuse me! Abuse me!
Fight to the death!
AK-47 sword!
So, what do you got going on this summer, guys?
Dude, I want to try to go to one of those fucking Renaissance fairs in Louisville.
Lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt. I know me and Mike are going to be playing some video games. I know that.
Yeah, probably.
Got some concerts.
I am going to go see Mr. Bungle next month.
Whoa! Nice.
Speaking of Michael, you told me about that. That's the metal version, Bungle.
Scotty
There's like
and-
4 different forms of Bungle.
Yeah.
Which is probably the one you'd enjoy the most anyway. Which, I mean, I know you like Bungle altogether, but I'm saying you probably enjoy the metal version more. But, oh.
But
put it on bread.
I
and
had
eat it
like a
hot.
fucking brain fart. Sorry. Yeah, we're going to see Future Islands. They did a fucking surprise fucking date. Like,
Surprise.
they had a tour, and then they just all of a sudden added one. They weren't coming anywhere around, and then all of a sudden they added a date in Nashville, and they're going to be at the Brooklyn Bowl, which we saw Amigo the Devil there, and it's like a bowling alley with a fucking menu in the back.
oh, that's cool.
A bar, a bowling
hear,
alley.
Do you hear the bowling sometimes?
restaurant.
between
No,
songs.
it's
do you hear?
separated enough. I think it's separated enough. I didn't
Shut the
notice
hell
it.
up.
I didn't notice it, but like, but they're gonna be there. I'm taking my daughter
Yeah.
for her first concert because she loves Future Islands. Michael, if you're interested and you want to go, the tickets are probably still on sale. It's general admission, so I mean, they're not too bad. They're like $30 tops, I think. Might not even be that much. I can't remember. They're not very expensive.
Are we throwing people this?
June in Nashville.
I'm sure I'll probably go see some more concerts. Man, I don't know what's up with, but Obituary and Cannibal Corpse seem to be going out together all the time because they're about to be out with Amon Amarth. But
Who is?
Obituary and Cannibal
Holy
Corpse.
shit!
Yeah, you need to look that up. I've seen all three of them.
I have not seen. Oh, I didn't even know Obituary was back together and touring.
Yeah, they put out an album. Dude, I got it.
Yeah, and I mean, I knew they did an album like a few years ago, but then they just put out another one, right? Like
Yeah,
just recently.
and then I've seen Cannibal Corpse twice now. I've seen Obituary once. I've seen Amon Amarth like 3 or 4 times.
Freaking, my nephew saw fucking Obituary with Carcass.
Nice.
Whoa.
I didn't even know Carcass was playing because the drummer passed away.
Yeah.
But I mean, it'd still be cool to see him. I would have liked to have seen him when the drummer was still alive because I loved his style, and I know the dude's gonna be playing a lot of his songs, but it's just it's kind of like when we went to see. Yeah, it's kind of like when we went to see the Cavalera Brothers,
Yeah.
and they did that Back to Roots,
Oh yeah.
and it was the Cavalera Conspiracy.
Well, they did nail.
But they did Back to Roots, and they did the entirety of the Roots album.
Did they do Nail Bomb? Because I know like they were doing Nail Bomb, or a couple of years ago they were doing Nail Bomb.
Oh, I wish I would have. If I would have been able to see that, that would have been cool. I love fucking Nail Bomb, dude. They only have like one album, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. That album,
think.
the album I know of, is fucking awesome. But
I think King Diamond should probably be back out soon because like when I saw King Diamond right before fucking COVID, he was supposed to be releasing an album that never fucking came out. A part 1 album called The Institute, and then there was going to be The Institute Part 2. And then one of the first concerts I saw after COVID was because Merciful Fate was also supposed to be coming out with an album, was Merciful Fate with Creator and Midnight, and that was fucking awesome.
see, I'd
dude.
like to. When is this? Do you know when Amon Amarth and Obituary are coming around? Or do you even know if they're coming around yet?
I don't know where they're coming around, dude. I just know they're going on tour, and I didn't pay much attention because
It'd be cool between Future Islands and like in the next one we're going to, because I'd like to get a little metal in there because we're going to see Future Islands, which is like synth rock, synth pop, synth rock, and then like in October we're seeing Jose Gonzalez, which is like chill ass. He's like a I don't know if he might not have a band. It might just be him playing guitar and singing, and he's like real chill, like I don't know what you call it, folk indie kind of stuff. But like, so it'd be cool to have a metal show. So I'd have some synth, then some metal, and then some chill.
You're saying all this shit, and I'm realizing I don't think I've ever been to a non-metal concert.
I mean, that's fine. Tom Petty was still alive. You've been to one.
Oh yeah, I would have gone to that, but he died.
I would have gone to see Tom Petty, most consistent artist of all time. I mean, name one bad song.
Exactly. No, Tom Petty's great. And everybody fucking, it doesn't matter what kind of music you like. I've never met a motherfucker who's like,
didn't like
Tom
him?
Petty sucks. I've never met that human being. Like, you can be a hardcore country motherfucker, rap fuck yeah,
Yeah.
Tom Petty.
Tom Petty, baby.
Tom Petty!
Tom Petty brings that all genres and all peoples together. But no, yeah, I would go. I'm not saying I wouldn't go to a non-metal show.
If Prince was still alive, I'd go see Prince. But he'd probably be expensive as fuck.
Fuck yeah. I do want to see Obituary.
That would be fucking shit.
I'm telling you
listening
guys,
to
after the
them on my
podcast
night
is over, you
walks.
need to look up the amount of
I haven't talked to my cousin in over a year, and I can't figure out how to get a hold of him. But he is the one that introduced me to Obituary.
Oh, yeah.
And I would get a hold of him just to let him know, in case he wanted to get his lazy ass up and go to it. Which he might. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's just working and not, I don't know. But anyway, I would let him know because I feel like I owe it to him because he's the one that introduced me to that band. Like,
Oh, wait, I think I saw it. Fuck, man, 2 of the shows are running together because I think I saw Obituary without Cannibal Corpse because I think the Cannibal Corpse was the second time was with Mayhem, Gore Guts, and Immolation. Which the first time I saw Cannibal Corpse, they were with Immolation and Napalm Death.
yeah. So, cuz, if you listen to this,
Is he aware of this?
I don't know, but if you do end up listening to this, I think he knows about my channel and stuff, the YouTube and
Oh,
everything.
don't forget, you've got to insert a
Yeah.
Peach Wolf
Oh,
thing.
yeah. I do. We got a sponsor, so I'll have to put that in. I'll have to edit that in.
You're going to edit that in?
I'm going to record it separately. So people are going to hear this, and then they're going to hear the ad. We just sold ourselves out. But anyway, yeah. So if you're listening to this, cuz, get a hold of me. Obituary. They're touring, bro. Okay. What else you got? What else is going on?
I've brought up like 20 topics, God damn it.
How many times have you whacked it this week?
There's a
Hey, probably only twice.
Damn. Your
zero
numbers are low.
Yeah, they're low because I'm getting laid.
this week.
I mean, I'm just like 6 or 7 and I'm getting laid. I just do it afterwards.
I think I'm 0.
I get done, I do it again. I get in the shower, do it again.
Do it again.
I just
hear about
rub
that?
up against things and then like it's just on. You know what I mean? Like I'm just that kind of person, I guess. But anyway, enough
Sorry.
about yanking.
Did you hear about that rated R Little Mermaid horror movie? I guess Little Mermaids in
Public domain.
Public
Is she gonna be
domain.
like that fucking shitty ass mermaid horror movie? Did you ever watch that? Mermaid? I think it might have been called Mermaid.
I don't know. She has
I know
like
I sit around and
fishnets.
watch
You probably see some
shitty
movement.
ass. I know I sit around and watch shitty ass movies
Which is
more
nice.
than most of us, but
Well,
She's like,
lately you do, but like I watch a lot of shitty horror films.
yeah,
It's hard to get Amy to watch some of them.
yeah. I mean,
She's into a different dude. She's into different shit
Have you watched-
than me.
oh really?
Yeah, like some of it where it's just like I can't talk. Like it's not as fun for me. I think it's just bad.
Oh yeah. What was that one we watched? Remember it was like a you, me, Michael. We watched like 2 or 3 movies in a row that night, and it was like that one that was pretty cool because it was like a group recording, and they go into a place and this house or wherever it was, and they're interviewing people. There's a woman who's supposed to be a vampire and a guy who's a werewolf. Remember all that shit? And then they all fucking turn, and it ends up the guy leading. I don't want to give it away, but you remember what I'm talking about. It was the same night as that. You don't remember that movie?
No.
Oh my god. Well, anyway, the guy that ended up being the head of the group, bringing them all together, he was doing it on purpose because he was trying to do some kind of fucking ritual with all of them. There was like a woman who claimed she was a vampire, a guy who claimed he was a werewolf, and maybe a girl that claimed she was like possessed by some kind of demon. And they were interviewing them in a house and sitting them down and interviewing them and shit. You don't remember that? But it was the same night we watched the other one where it was like a ghost hunting group, and they go in the house with this murderer, remember, with the stupid clown mask, had killed some family and some little girl.
I do remember that.
Remember how fucking crappy that movie was? That one was like one of those ones where it's like, it's just bad. Like,
Yeah.
it was like,
So bad it's bad.
remember the kid vaping, the curly haired kid? It just kept vaping the whole time.
I think so.
He was like the helper. Oh, I wish I could remember the name
dude,
so I could tell people
the
to avoid it.
The closest it looks like they're going to be for y'all, and it's soon, would be May 7th.
Ah,
Fucking.
I can't make that.
Huber Heights, Ohio.
Man, that's as close as they're coming.
Well, unless that. And I don't know if Huber Heights is closer than Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Oh, I'm sure. Grand Rapids is probably far away.
It's
Michael
also May
dying.
5th. And then after that, they're going like. After that, they're pretty much heading to Canada and Europe. But also the year. Well, give it this, like, Europe's not getting as good of openers.
Europe isn't?
No, which is odd. Because then Obituary, and Cannibal Corpse aren't going with them to Europe.
Oh, well, that's just whack.
I looked it up. I was trying to be a friend.
Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You extended that branch or whatever you want to fucking call it or whatever the fuck, and you looked it up and you ultimately failed us.
Yeah, that's a great way to stay in shape.
Yeah. But, well, boys, we're running at about almost 45.
Oh, yeah.
So
we have to keep it under an hour, I guess.
Yeah. It's all the time we have for this. We run on a budget. So.
I've got more dumb things I could talk about, though.
Well, I mean, it was fun getting together and having an extra one and just bullshitting about various stuff.
We didn't even get into our off podcast topics about tasticles and stuff like that.
Well,
being able to taste through your balls and stuff like.
All right.
If I could taste through my balls, I'd be in some trouble.
Yeah.
I'd be rubbing my balls all over everything.
If I could taste through my balls, goddamn,
You
it'd be
wouldn't fart
gross.
as much. I tell you that much. You would not fart.
No, I would
You
not.
can taste all
I'd
your
just
fart.
keep.
No,
I'd just keep.
no.
I would just keep a mystery airhead stuck under my ball sack at all times between my teeth.
And eventually you'd fart, and it tastes like airheads and farts.
Yeah. I'd
At least it's half okay.
keep like a vacuum hose down there, funnel the farts out, stuck up my ass and going out the top of my pants.
Yeah.
But yeah, that sounds like a good way to end it. Anything else?
Peach Wolf.
Yes, that will be here.
That.
Bye.
See ya.